Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Friday Night Lights, coming to you live from the Extreme Ice Center, Indian Trail, North Carolina, home of the Queen City Royals Hockey Club. It's Week 8, Charlotte Scholastic Hockey League, and we've got a big night of high school hockey with two matchups that could have big playoff seeding implications. Up first tonight, it's the Union County East Eagles taking on the Northeastern Natterjacks, followed later by the Southern Knights facing off against the Eastern Bulldogs. As we move towards the end of the regular season, these teams are looking for a path to championship, and the road to get there will be paved by these games tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ted Franz, your host for the evening. Joining me in the booth, Tyler LaShawn, ready to break down all the action. Tyler, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome, buddy. We're getting late here in the season now. Playoff implications are coming up with these final games here.
Absolutely. Some of these teams do or die, correct? Like, it's going to be a big Friday night for both some of these teams.
Behind the scenes, running the camera, the graphics, and everything in between, production manager Bert Lawson. Let's take a look at Game 1. Today's pregame brought to you by Yes Carolinas. That's your entertainment service, the Carolinas go-to for turning every event into a party you'll never forget. Weddings, corporate events, birthday blowout, school function, whatever the vibe, Yes Carolinas brings the energy, the beats, and the experience to keep the crowd on their feet. Lock in your event now at 843-718-5110 or visit YesCarolinas.com. Make sure to follow the party on TikTok and Instagram, Yes Carolinas. Say yes to the music, yes to the moment. Say Yes Carolinas. All right, let's break it down by the numbers. Looking at these two teams, the Natterjacks definitely the favorites in this one, leading in records, goals for, goals against, power play, kill, all of it. The only difference is number 17, Jackson Owens, with 15 goals over Garrett Nice with 11. Let's take a look at the scoreboard on the previous week's games. A couple of upsets as Western on Monday night took Charlotte Catholic. Western took out Charlotte Catholic 9-5. UC West with a big upset, though, against Central. And then Southern beats UC West. Eastern beats Charlotte Catholic. And Western gives Central their second loss of the season. So some big upsets this week in the scoreboard. Let's see how that looks with the standings. Predators still at top. Natterjacks in that number 2 spot. But again, UC East Eagles, man, they're in that final spot. They're battling it out with the Mavericks and the Bulldogs, kind of keeping things close there. Let's see how that looks with playoff implications. And if we look at the brackets, get your brackets ready. It's playoff time coming up. But we can see UC East and West there in the in that Thursday night matchup between 8 and 9, have to play the extra game before going into the quarterfinals. But right now, this is how the playoff bracket is standing out. Fill in your brackets and let us know how you think how you're going to do with that. All right, well, let's get in to our players to watch here. For the UC East Eagles, Christian Eford plays with the Metrolino Pineville Falcons. He's out here, defenseman playing for the Eagles here. One of those not big name guys, and he's going to have to make a difference. What do you think, Tyler?
I think it's a big guy, right? He's a big player on both of that UC East team, and obviously he probably leads the team here in penalties. Looks like 14 penalty minutes this year. So if I'm the Natterjacks, I'm not looking to put it down low because you know he's going to put a big body on you. So
for the Northeastern Natterjacks, our player to watch is going to be Vladimir Ryabshapka. This guy scored an incredible last-second goal to put Northeastern in their win on Wednesday. Talk to me about Vladimir Ryabshapka.
Yeah, a big second-line player that you got to watch out for. Natterjacks have 2 great lines and almost like a great third line. But that's a kid that's going to put up points tonight, and you got to watch out for all 3 lines here.
Starting for the UC East Eagles, up forward it's going to be Anthony Campagna, Angelo Campagna, Jacob Kaufman back on D, Jackson Owens, and Christian Eford. Starting for the Northeast Natterjacks, up front it's going to be Brandon Yen, Jacob Gutman, Jamison Palermo back on D, Garrett Nice, and Wyatt Tranby. Starting in net for the UC East Eagles is number 1, Asher Cameron, 4-8 on the season, 6.25. And in net for the Natterjacks is going to be number 1, Ryan Gutman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to the starting lineups. The players coming out to the line for the national anthem. We'll be back right after this short break. All right, national anthem's done. Keys to success tonight for the UC Eagles. Team must play defense. They lead in goals against, and it's not for lack of goaltending. Asher Cameron has one of the only 2 shutouts this year. They need puck possession in the O-zone, solid defensive tactics. Tell me what else, Tyler.
I mean, for this game, I'm looking at benches, and I'm going, okay, both teams have about 10 players. Asher Cameron is a big goalie. So I think that's going to be a tough time for the Natterjacks. I think UC East might be able to pull this upset just based on numbers and based on the goalie competition.
All right, for the Northeastern Natterjacks, the team is the star player. When you look at the league stat leaders on this, including penalty minutes, you don't find Northeastern until about the 18, 19, 20 area. But when you look at the standings, these guys are number 2. So keep spreading the puck around, keep getting everybody those goals, and when the rubber meets the road, they win.
Absolutely. It's going to be a competition here. I'm excited to see both teams go. Here we go.
All right, puck is down. Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Sisti has it. He makes a little move that back there in his own zone, getting chased down by Campagna there. Sisti and Campagna down in the corner, taken away by the Eagles. Back to Sisti, back behind the net. He gets that knocked away by Kaufman. Palermo comes up with it back behind the net. Palermo breaking it out with some speed by himself. He loses possession out into the neutral zone as Kaufman takes that away. Kaufman plays it to himself, comes to the high slot. He takes a quick shot that's kicked away by Gutman. Another shot kicked away by Gutman.
Doesn't
That'll
look like we
get
have pegs in tonight. No, there's a peg in there. Slid off pretty easy.
nothing real dangerous. 2 quick shots there on Gutman. He does a nice job to kick those away. Clock stops 14:31. Face-off tied up, won by the Natterjacks. That'll go back behind the net, and Tranby comes up with it. Tranby stretches one out across the ice, looking for Gutman. Little back and forth. Palermo's got it. He tries to clear the zone. That's kept out by the Eagles. Sisti in the neutral zone, makes a move, past Ferrant. Sisti to face-off circle. He gets that knocked away. Eagles coming back the opposite direction. Gomez plays it back behind the net, looking for Campagna. Taken away by Sisti. Down into the slot. Sisti gets that back on his stick, beats Ferrant. He's going to come across through the slot. Nice stick by Owens. Back to the near side, half wall, Ryab Shopka. Ferrant takes that away. Kept in by Legault at the blue line. Jackson Owens comes up with possession. Tries to play it to himself. That's taken away by Jacoby Clevenger. Clevenger takes a shot that just goes wide. Burns clears the zone. Nice between the legs to Legault. Legault plays it far side for Clevenger. Ferrant takes that away in the far side corner. She's looking to clear the zone by herself. Puck kept in at the half wall by Clevenger. Owens tries to rim it. He's able to clear the zone. That one will go down. Looks like icing's waved off, and the Natterjacks will reset with 12:48 left to play. Through the middle. Latour walks it right through the face-off circle. Unbothered. Takes a shot on. Cameron able to kick that one away. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Taken away through the middle. Quick shot that goes high by Jacob Kaufman. Far side half wall. Latour with possession again through the face-off circle. Takes it down to the near side face-off circle. Takes a shot, goes off the side of the net. Puck taken away by Angelo Campagna through the middle. You see East Eagles able to clear that one out. Kaufman crosses the line, looks to pass it through the middle, goes off the skate of Campagna. Legault able to clear the zone. That one goes all the way down. That'll get the whistle for the icing. 11:47 left to play in the first period. Well, back and forth there in the first period, get things started. No real dangerous opportunities, but feeling each other out. Face-off won by the Eagles. Quick shot on. Gutman takes that away. Almost knocked in. Going through the middle there. Puck sent down low by Yen. Back and forth back behind the net. Eagles looking to clear. Puck in the neutral zone, taken away by Sisti. Sisti toe drags through the middle. Cross through the slot. He's by himself. Doesn't get the shot off as he goes between his legs there. Now it's a race coming back the opposite direction. Palermo looking to play it to Sisti. Just out of reach. Taken away by Owens. Owens, near side face-off circle on his backhand. Looks center one up. That's taken away by Tranby through the middle. Ryab Shopka races it out. Eford gets to that puck first. Legault comes across the center. Legault, quick shot, knocked down by Cameron. He's going to cover that one up for the whistle.
Good back and forth so far, right? A couple shots from both teams. Hopefully we see a couple more from the East Eagles, but the Natterjacks coming right through the middle each time, getting shots on, and no one crashing the net yet, but we'll get there.
Little back and forth down in the corner. That's going to get a hand up, and it looks like that will get our first penalty. Looks like Christian Eford, again, going to get the trip. And that will put the Natterjacks on the first power play. It's time for Rockhounds Power Play. Today's power play brought to you by Rockhounds Coffee Company. Whether it's even strength, specialty, or ice, make sure you're getting your mug filled by the one that gives you the man advantage. Rockhounds, where people come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Face off one by the Natterjacks. Taken away by Ferrant. Ferrant to the far side face-off circle. Look to center one up for Burns there. That's taken away by Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka comes down. Near side face-off circle. Looked like he wanted to take a shot. Doesn't get anything on it, though. Back behind the net. Owns in Ryab Shopka. Quick shot by Legault. And a great save by Asher Cameron to keep that one out of the net. 10:04 left to play in the first. 1:31 left on the power play. Power plays for the Natterjacks, 31% right now, in second place in the league. Not a bad penalty kill, though, for the Eagles at 79% there. Face-off won by the Eagles. Owens wraps it around the backside of the net to McCarthy. McCarthy, looked like the ref wanted to blow the offside on that one, decided against it. Puck through the middle, looking for Palermo. Palermo circles it around, walks to the high slot. Toe drags through the middle. Back to Palermo behind the net. He's going to go to Sisti out at the point. Sisti to the high slot. He plays that down to the corner, back around to Sisti. Sisti goes down to the far side corner to Wyatt Tranby. Owens comes up with possession. He's able to clear it out of the zone. Looking for Jacob Kaufman there, just out of reach. 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Palermo takes a shot that's kicked away by Cameron. And once again, Eagles able to clear the zone. Clevenger meets up with Joseph Gomez there. Gomez able to push that a little further out into the Natterjack zone. One touch by Legault to Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka through the middle. He takes a shot that goes wide. Puck kept in by the Natterjacks. Little back and forth at the half wall down there. A couple bodies go down. And successful kill for the Eagles as we are back even strength. Through the middle, Tranby tried to make a move. He gets that taken away. Kaufman has it. Kaufman takes a shot that's tipped in front by Campagna, but just doesn't get on net. Puck out into the neutral zone. Owens resets. Past Ryab Shopka. Campagna loses possession down in the corner. And Clevenger stretches one out. He's got Ryab Shopka. Looked like that went crossbar up over the glass, and that'll get the stoppage. 7:51 left to play in the first period.
A great stretch patch by the Natterjacks there, but if I'm UC East Eagles, I'm telling them to stop giving up the middle, right? Force them to the outside. It seems like the Natterjacks are getting a little bit easier to just skate right through the middle, so force them wide, force them out wide, and then see what we can do from there.
Face off out to the blue line. Looked like Latour wanted to size one up right there, but just lost it. It goes into the neutral zone. Ferrant gives a little business out at the blue line. Eagles come up with possession. Owens wraps it deep around, looking for Burns in the near side corner. Puck kept in at the blue line by the Natterjacks. Little back and forth. Puck goes down to Cameron. He's going to go ahead and cover that one up for the whistle. 7:22 left to play in the first period.
I'd like to see a couple more boards battles and actually go after it here. It looks like a little on the boards. It looks like both players are a little scared, and it's going right up to the D. So hopefully we can see some more boards battles and some aggressiveness there.
Puck wrap near side. Quick shot in by Palermo.
Great save by Asher Cameron there. A player right in front, Palermo right in front, untouched, gets that shot off, but Asher Cameron right there to make that big save.
Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Out to Nice. He takes a shot that goes wide. Puck kept in at the blue line by Latour. Puck goes out into the neutral zone. Natterjacks keep possession. Latour to Nice. Nice to the high slot. He takes a quick shot. Big save by Cameron. Out to Ryab Shopka. He keeps it in at the blue line. Ryab Shopka through the middle. Centers one up. Looking for Yen. Doesn't get a stick on it. Another quick shot there by Legault. Knocked down by Cameron. And the Eagles come back the opposite direction. Owens through the middle. Toe drags. Nice gets a stick on that. He keeps that from going anywhere. Comes up with possession. And he's coming by himself. He's got it down through the middle, through the slot. Looked like he got that knocked away. Clevenger comes up with possession. Centering pass to Legault. Shot. And another big save by Asher Cameron.
Yeah, great rush by Garrett Nice there. Like Garrett Nice, again, comes up to the wide. All of a sudden, all UC East is on that left side. All of a sudden, it just opens up the whole middle, and that's where Garrett Nice goes. Unfortunately, it looks like he missed a pass there, but that was a great opportunity by Nice.
Face-off won by the Eagles. Try to clear it. Quick shot. Big save by Cameron there through the traffic. Ryab Shopka with possession. Gets that knocked away, but possession comes up to Sisti. One touch looking for Legault as that goes down into the Eagle zone. Puck knocked away by McCarthy back behind the net. Puck cleared out into the neutral zone. Natterjacks keep possession. Sisti comes up with it. Little battle down in the corner. Campagna comes up with it through the center. Puck's loose. Legault gets a stick on it. The Eagles able to keep it in the zone. Tranby cycles it out for Sisti. Sisti sends out one deep. It's going to be a race. Clevenger gets it. He centers one up looking for Ryab Shopka. Just doesn't get a stick on it, though. That goes out into the neutral zone. Tranby back to Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka by himself comes to the top of the face-off circle. Keeps it off the stick. Shot and a save by Cameron. Campagna takes it out into the neutral zone. He's met by Palermo, knocked down. Sisti comes up with possession, takes it back behind the net. Met by Kaufman. 3-on-2, come in the opposite direction. Sisti across the middle. That looks like it's going to get another penalty here. Looks like it's going to be Jackson Owens. It's going to be a trip on Jackson Owens, and it's time for another Rockhounds Power Play. Rockhounds, where people come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Quick shot on, and Cameron able to cover that one up. .437 left to play in the first period. No score yet, but not for a shortage of opportunities by Northeastern.
Yeah, good first penalty kill by the UC East Eagles, so hopefully we can see them do it again. They definitely have some fast players on the ice right now, so they're just trying to get to the puck first and ice that puck. So let's hope that keeps going on, but right now the Natterjacks are every face-off, they're just shooting the puck immediately. UC East needs to do just a little better job of where they're putting that puck placement, right? They're trying to throw that puck, but it's going right to Natterjack's stick. So they need to make sure if they're going to ice that puck, put it to a location where no Natterjacks are.
Ferrant racing, little back and forth there. She just loses an edge coming through the neutral zone. Clevenger has the puck on a stick, far side corner. Quick centering pass. Legault tried to get a shot, just didn't get enough meat on the puck. Puck out to the blue line for Nice. Nice goes D to D. Over to Latour. Latour plays it down low, back behind the net. Cycles it back out to Nice at the blue line. Nice to the high slot. Takes it to the far side face-off circle. Out to Legault. Legault shoots. Cameron able to knock that one away. Eagles send the puck all the way down. 50 seconds left on the power play. Latour comes up with possession. Coming with speed, far side to the face-off circle. Looks to go behind the net, tries to take a quick shot on. That looks like it just went wide. Little back and forth down at the half wall. Puck cycled back behind the net for Clevenger. Clevenger looks to center one up. That gets taken away. Looks like McCarthy not ready for the clearing it rules there. Kept possession of the puck, but finally gets it out of the zone. 10 seconds remain on the power play. Good forecheck there by Kaufman, keeps the puck in the zone. Nice comes up with possession. And you see East Eagles kill their second penalty of the day. Puck down into the Eagle zone. Eford clears it out to Palermo. And it looks like the Eagles are going to be back on it as we have a hook. Looks like that was Jacob Kaufman. Going to get 2 minutes for the hook. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Rockhounds Power Play. Rockhounds, where people come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Puck out to the blue line. Tranby working to keep that in.
Good pressure
Campagna. Campagna able to clear it out into the neutral zone. Sisti comes up with possession. To Campagna down in deep in the Eagle zone. Owens has it back behind the net. Owens going to keep possession and look to come back the other way. Owens back behind the net. Keeps the puck himself. He's met by Sisti. Owens keeps it in at the blue line. Plays it down low for Gomez. Gomez to Campagna. Puck taken away by Yen. Palermo and Campagna meet in the corner. Sisti comes in to help out. Sisti comes back up with the possession. 1 minute passed in the power play. Sisti with speed makes a move through the middle. On his backhand, he takes a shot. Kicked away by Cameron. Sisti near side corner. Turns it around at the half wall. Tries to make a move. That's kicked away. And the Eagles clear it all the way down. 35 seconds left in the power play. Tranby comes through the neutral zone. He sends that down all the way to the wall, back behind the net. Eagles come back up with possession. McCarthy down in the near side corner. Centers one for Ferran. Ferran gets a piece of it, and Gutman just keeps that out of the net. Owens comes through the middle, sticked away by Legault. We got a hook. Looks like that's going to be on Garrett Nice, and for 3 seconds, we will go 4-on-4.
Two great opportunities there by the UC East Eagles. McCarthy comes down, throws it to Ferrant. Ferrant just touches the puck. Gutman gets just a little glove on it, and then Owensy trying to come back in from a situation there, and it looks like Nice is going to hook Owens for that penalty.
A lot of action from Victoria Ferrant there. Just found out today she was selected for the 16U multi-district camp at the Southeast District tryouts.
Yeah, an absolutely great player. She's so fast. She's so talented. As a young 16-year-old female athlete, she plays for the Junior Canes, and she's going to have a huge
Kaufman
career.
looks to center one up for Burns there. And that's going to do it for the period. After one, we're all knotted at 0. Minute and 30 left on the UC East Eagles power play when we come back right after this short break. ladies and gentlemen, after one, no score. Again, not for a shortage of opportunities. 3 great kills by the Eagles. They're now on the power play for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the puck is down. Period 2 is underway. Ryab Shopka sends the puck down low. Owens comes up with possession. He looks inside for Campagna. Campagna down into the corner. Plays it out to Eford. Puck taken away by Latour. Latour gets hit from behind. No call there by Campagna. Campagna through the middle. Kicked away by Gutman. Puck sent all the way down. Played high by Owens, looking for Kaufman.
Ooh, another penalty. We're going to go 5-on-3 here. It looks like a...
Puck through the middle. Gutman makes the save, and that will bring another power play, or another penalty. 37 seconds left in the nice power play.
It looks like Latour is going to go to the box for a holding penalty on Jacob Kaufman.
Max Latour get 2 minutes, and we'll go 5-on-3 here for 37 seconds.
Looks like he's going to also get an unsportsmanlike. Must have said something after the whistle, after the penalty. Did not like that penalty. Might have screamed a little something. So we got a 5-on-3. Here we go.
All right, Latour with the double minor, 5-on-3. Puck comes to Sisti. Sisti comes to the faceoff circle, tried to make a move, gets off the skate of Owens. Owens to Kaufman, looked to one-touch it to Ferrant, just out of reach. Palermo sends it all the way down. That's cleared out. 15 seconds left on the first power play. Eford back behind the net, looking for options. Plays it off the wall for Owens. Owens through the middle. Puck taken away by Palermo. Palermo will go ahead, send that one all the way down into the corner, and that will end the Garrett Nice penalty. We're 5-on-4. Puck through the middle, taken away by Tranby. Tranby makes a move again, centers one, tries to take a shot on with his backhand, and that just goes wide. Tranby out to the blue line for Legault. Legault looks to take a shot, gets tipped up, and Cameron makes the save there.
A great shift by Tranby there. He never stopped moving his feet, kept the puck in the UC East Eagles zone, and never lost control of it. 2-3 guys on him, and just kept control.
Face off to the left of Cameron, won by Legault. He tries to take a backhand shot that gets taken away, and Bischoff comes up with possession. Bischoff to Ferrant. Puck goes down into the corner. Ferrant wins that race against Sisti. Looks to center one up, but that's knocked away. Bischoff in the neutral zone. Gets it to Kaufman. McCarthy down low. McCarthy stops back behind the net. Plays it to Kaufman. Kaufman takes a shot. Puck's loose. Another shot that gets tipped back behind the net. Natterjack's able to clear the zone. Eagles send it back down into the opposite way. 1:50 remain on the power play. Down to the faceoff circle. Shot that goes over the net. Legault with possession back in his own zone. Look to catch some speed coming across the middle. That's met by Campagna. Legault able to clear that one all the way down. Cameron plays it out to Owens. 1:25 left in the power play. Long stretch pass looking for Kaufman. Kaufman looks to center one up. That gets taken away by the Natterjack defender. Owens looks to reset back behind the net. Met by Clevenger. Owens, near side face-off circle. Takes a sharp angled shot. Gutman able to cover that one up. That'll get the whistle. 11:06 left to play in the second. 59 seconds remain on the Eagles power play.
Yeah, out of all the power plays so far, it doesn't look like any team's actually got something set up. It looks like they're just going north-south trying to get a shot on net, but they're not trying to set something up on the perimeter and get the penalty kill out of whack. So hopefully we see some of that.
Well, shot by Burns there. That's kicked away by Gutman, and the Natterjacks will send that one all the way back into the Eagles zone. Eford looked to stretch one out there. It just goes on the stick of Ryab Shopka. Puck taken away by Burns coming through the middle, though. A little back and forth, and looks like the Natterjacks will eventually come up with possession. Nice, sends that one all the way down. 25 seconds left on the power play. Eford plays it to Kaufman. Kaufman goes to Campagna. Puck down into the corner. Owens at the half wall. Plays it out to Burns. Burns takes a shot. That goes up over the net. Puck kept in at the blue line by Owens. He plays it down into the corner. Garrett Nice comes up with possession and successful kill by the Natterjacks. Puck across the middle. Clevenger tries to take a shot. That gets knocked away by Owens. Burns with possession. Had Kaufman coming through the middle, calling for it there. She sends that one all the way down. That'll get the whistle for icing. 9:42 left to play in the second. Still no score.
A lot of back and forth, but it looks like Northeastern's going to double the shots for UC East. So if I'm UC East, again, focus on the D zone here and hopefully, again, get more shots on net. Just throw it on net at this point.
Face-off won by the Natterjacks. It'll go out into the neutral zone. Sisti comes up with possession. Head fake through the middle there. Centers one up. Ryab Shopka through the middle. Puck's taken away by Campagna. Campagna looked to take a shot. Knocked down by Palermo and backhands it in there, and that gets covered by Gutman for the whistle.
Good job by UC East there. As you can see, John Sisti comes down, one of their stronger players, comes down, takes a shot, and then wraps around the UC East net. And that gives a chance for UC East to get down there without John Sisti on the D side. So, why not get all the way down there and at least get a shot opportunity? Ooh.
Little puck in and out there, and it looks like UC East scores.
Kind of just a throw to the net there and start jabbing at it. Looks like Gutman thought he had it. Definitely some confusion on the Natterjack side.
You see the puck comes through the middle here. Oh, that's the penalty from earlier. We'll see if we can't get that one cleaned up. But yeah, not sure who got that one. We'll wait for the official score on it to see how it goes down. But right now, UC East leads 1-0. Sisti, he's going to take a shot out from the blue line. Bischoff tries to clear it out. Looks like its tip goes up into the bench. That'll get the whistle. 8:41. Faceoff will come out in the neutral zone on the Eagles side. Faceoff won by the Eagles. A little back and forth, though, through the neutral zone. Clevenger plays it down low. McCarthy plays it down into the corner, beats Legault, gets it to Campagna. Campagna to himself through the middle. And McCarthy by himself. He takes a shot that goes off the side of the net. So official score has it Angelo Campagna from Victoria Ferrant. Puck through the middle. Big save by Cameron is nice. Tried to make a move there. Puck down in the far side corner. Centering opportunity failed. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Kaufman thought he was going to get on it. Taken away by Legault. Legault to Latour. Centering pass looking for Ryab Shopka. That gets taken away by Jacob Kaufman. Clevenger keeps possession though. Cross the slot. Kicked away by McCarthy. McCarthy just going to get rid of that nonsense and sends it all the way down to the other end. That gets the whistle. 7:05 left to play.
UC East just looking for the icings a lot. Again, both teams have short benches. I mean, UC East definitely has, I don't know, it looks like they both have 10 players, but looks like the long change is really affecting both teams here.
Face off to the right of Cameron. A little back and forth, won by the Eagles. Palermo and Eford go down into the corner. Palermo plays it out to Sisti. Sisti in front, that's wide. Yen plays that out to the half wall to Tranby. Taken away by Ferrant. Ferrant through traffic gets it out into the neutral zone. Palermo comes up with possession, looking for Ryab Shopka. Back to Palermo. Sisti at near side face-off circle, sticked away by Ferrant. Eford looked to clear it out, kept in by Tranby. Burns back behind the net, plays it off the wall. Owens able to clear that one out, but concedes possession as Palermo comes up with it. Tranby makes a move to himself. He's got help inside. Quick centering pass.
Wow.
Gutman just doesn't get enough on it. Asher Cameron lays out.
Asher Cameron with a huge split there. Gets a glove on it. He is hurting a little bit because that was a full-on split. Let's see it.
Centering pass here. Gutman just doesn't get enough on it. You can see Cameron, the absolute splits to make that save there.
Unbelievable.
Face-off will come down to the right side of Cameron. Won by the Eagles back behind the net. And the Eagles able to clear the zone. Campagna with possession. He's going to drop that one down low as Garrett Nice comes up with it back behind the net. Go back and forth through the middle. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Eford tries to play it up. Palermo pushes it into the zone, tries to lay out and keep possession in there. That's taken away by Gomez. Clevenger sandwich there between the two Eagles players, 7 and 8. Comes back up with it. Look to center one for Ryab Shopka. Taken away. 3-on-2 coming back. Owens plays it outside for Kaufman. Takes a shot. And big save by Gutman.
Good opportunity there by Owensy and Kaufman. Good pass in the zone. Kaufman just gets a shot on it. I think he was looking for a rebound, little pass off pad, but Gutman swallowing that up. Just looks like it was right in too much in the middle of Gutman's body there.
5:05 left to play. Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Latour comes up with it. Plays it hard off the wall, looking for Clevenger. Just can't handle it. Puck will go all the way down into the UC East zone. Bischoff back behind the net, looking for McCarthy. Taken away by Legault. Centered up, looking for Clevenger. And taken away again. Campagna looked down low for Owens there. Shot goes in. Gutman able to make the save. 4:38 left to play. Coach T-Balt on the bench there gave a little shutout curse to Cameron just to get in his head there. Cameron does have a shutout on the season, but was playing for the Central Predators when he did it. Puck through the middle. Campagna tries to turn quick and get a shot on. Puck kept in at the blue line by the Eagles. McCarthy at the faceoff circle. Looked to take a shot, just didn't bring the puck with him. Back to Campagna back behind the net. Both Campagnas, but Sisti comes up with possession. Sisti down low, plays it to Legault. Legault through the neutral zone to the slot. He takes a shot that goes wide. Centered by Clevenger, nobody there to do anything with it. Tranby tries to center one up. That's knocked down by Bischoff. Down into the corner. Yen plays it to himself. Near side corner. Centers one up. Looking for Clevenger, and that's knocked away. Campagna clears the zone through the legs of Tranby right to Kaufman. Big shot that goes wide. Out to the half wall. Campagna plays it across the middle. Brady Legault comes up with it. Puck taken away by McCarthy. McCarthy looking for a passing option. Beats one. Takes it back behind the net. Turns it back the other way. Look to center one. Taken away by Sisti.
Got some speed. Watch out for the middle.
Sisti coming through the middle. Got one to beat. Sisti left, right. Doesn't get the stick on it. He comes back across as the clock rolls through 3 minutes. Sisti down in the near side corner. Centers one up. Had Gutman there, but that gets sticked away by McCarthy. Puck down into the Natterjack zones. Tranby plays it for Ryab Shopka at the half wall. Ryab Shopka to Sisti. Plays it to Palermo. Palermo coming with speed. He's got help inside. Oh, big stick. Oh, unfortunate. Jackson Owens gets the stick on it coming through. Owensy gets the stick on the puck as Palermo comes through the middle, and he knocks it right through Cameron's legs. And we are all tied up here at 2:34 left to play.
Yeah, just an unlucky bounce, but Owensy protecting the middle, doing what he had to do, trying to get a stick on it. Unfortunately, Palermo throwing that puck towards the net, and again, just goes off Owensy's stick. Goes right through the 5-hole of Asher Cameron. So unlucky goal, but Jackson Owens, the player that he is, you know that he's going to go extra hard now, knowing that he just gave that one up on accident. So watch out for him.
Ryab Shopka, he takes a shot. Big save by Cameron. Jamison Palermo, 8th goal on the season. Face-off won by Palermo to himself, down into the corner, gets it to Ryab Shopka. Burns gets it at the half wall. She sends that all the way down to the other end. That'll get the whistle for the icing. 2:01 left to play in the second period. It's all tied at 1. Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Shot by Latour. That goes wide. Campagna down to the near side corner. He takes a shot. Gutman able to knock that one away. Little back and forth. Palermo and Owens meet again in the middle. Eagles able to come up with possession. Kaufman back behind the net. Look to wrap one. Doesn't get enough on it. Owens takes a shot. That goes wide. Puck chipped up over into the UC East bench. That'll get the whistle. 1:14 left to play.
Both teams on this long change is just getting gassed a little bit. So again, minute 14 left. Let's empty the tank, get the intermission, get our legs back, and then hit the third running.
Face-off won by the Eagles. McCarthy turns it around. He's being chased by Legault. Gets that to Campagna coming into the zone. Campagna plays it down for Kaufman. Wanted to make a move inside there. Out to the blue line. McCarthy. He takes a shot. Big save by Gutman. Clevenger and McCarthy down in the corner. Clevenger plays that back for Legault. Taken away by Bischoff. Bodies down in front of the net. Bischoff to the corner. Taken away by Sisti at the blue line. Kept in at the blue line by the Natterjacks. Coming down near side corner. Gutman gets it taken away by McCarthy. Natterjacks doing a great job at that blue line, keeping the puck in the zone. Eagles finally able to clear it. Kaufman comes across the middle looking for Campagna. Campagna centers one up. That's taken away by Tranby. Another centering. Little dangerous play there by Gutman. I don't know if he was thought he heard a whistle or the buzzer or something, but he pushes that one out. But the buzzer does come right after that. And after 2 periods of play, we're all tied up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back for another one. You're watching Friday Night Lights. We'll be right back after the break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the third period of play. All tied up here, 1-1. Puck is down. Third period is underway. Face-off won by the Natterjacks. Latour stretches it for Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka tries a toe drag across the circle there. Puck taken away. We've got a break. Here's Kaufman. Kaufman, forehand, backhand, shoots and scores. Big play by Kaufman, takes the puck away from Garrett Nice, trying to toe drag through the middle there.
Yeah, great forehand backhand there by Kaufman. Not sure how he had that much space, right? The defense must have pinched up on the blue line, and good start. CJ wants an offsides call on that. Clear breakaway.
Little back and forth. Palermo comes up with possession. He'll play it back behind the net. Loses it in his feet. Met by Gomez down low. And Kaufman comes back up with it. Across the blue line. Look to play it down low again. Gomez was tied up in the middle. Lost sight of the puck. Owens through the middle, gets it taken away by Nice this time, looking for the redemption game. Nice all by himself, left, right, doesn't get a shot off though. Nice through the middle, shot, big save by Asher Cameron.
A lot of back and forth. I expect this third period to be a high intensity. I mean, the Natterjacks, #1 in the league, right? So, like, they do not like to lose. They do not want to lose. And UC East coming in with a big upset so far going into the third. So, both teams are going to be pushing here in this third.
Last time these two teams played each other back in April, lot different game. The Natterjacks won 7-5.
Yeah, a lot of players out tonight. Obviously, a Friday night. See some big names not on this list, but both teams have an equal. It's an equal playing field here tonight.
Puck down across the middle. Sisti plays it to Latour. Plays it back to Sisti coming through the neutral zone. Sisti winds up. Big shot that just goes wide to the far side. Campagna plays it to Ferrant. Ferrant unable to clear the zone, met by Tranby. Puck down in the corner. Bischoff plays it out to Campagna. Little back and forth there. Campagna and Clevenger mixing it up at the Eagles bench. Puck goes back behind the net. Centering pass shot by Sisti. Kick to the near side by Cameron. Backside. Backside was wide open there. Doesn't get a shot off though. Tranby comes down to the near side half wall. Puck out into the neutral zone. Natterjacks will reset. Legault through the middle. Sticked away by Ferrant. McCarthy and Sisti at the half wall. Puck taken away by Sisti. Sisti through the slot, takes a shot, kicked away by Cameron across the middle, just goes back behind the net. Eagles with possession, coming across the neutral zone, taken away by Ryab Shopka. Down in the corner, Bischoff loses an edge. Centering pass by Ryab Shopka. Quick shot by Clevenger there, just not enough on it. Cameron covers that one up for the whistle. 11:47 left to play in the matchup.
Good push by the Natterjacks, keeping that offensive zone pressure. They've been in the zone for a little bit now, so, and even when it goes, they're regrouping, getting right back in that zone. So Natterjacks are coming.
Face-off won by the Eagles. Owens met back behind the net by Palermo. Chases it out to the blue line. Latour plays it up to Nice. Nice gets the puck taken away by Owens. Owens with some speed. Far side. Through the Natterjack zone. Met by Yen. Across the middle, quick shot, big save by Gutman, gets the whistle, 11:17 left to play.
Great save by Gutman. Kaufman just takes it right to the middle there. Gutman, with a couple screens there, gets that save, so huge save by Gutman.
Face off to the right of Gutman, won by the Eagles. Eford plays it to Owens. Owens takes a shot, Nice knocks that down with the glove. Puck kept in at the blue line by Owens. Taken away by Palermo. Palermo looks to Ryab Shopka. He gets a stick on it, taken away by Owens. Owens left, right, through the middle. Quick shot, just goes wide. Ryab Shopka looking for Palermo, just out of reach. Puck to the far side corner. Palermo plays it back behind the net. Eford comes up with possession. Looking for Owens in the far side corner. Met by Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka comes up with possession. Looks to center one. Plays it out to Gutman. To Nice. Nice shot. Knocked away by Cameron. Puck taken away by Kaufman. Plays it back behind the net. Runs into Ryab Shopka there. Owens plays it out to Campagna. Taken away by Nice. Nice turns it around. Looking for Clevenger. Just offside. Nice stretches one out for Clevenger. Nice pass coming through the middle there. And looked like Clevenger was just offside. That'll get the whistle. 9:55 left to play. UC Eagles lead 2-1 over the Northeastern Natterjacks. Face-off won by the Eagles. Played down low by Campagna. Campagna back behind the net. Centered one up, just out of reach. Goes out into the neutral zone. Down into the near side corner. McCarthy back behind the net. Plays it out to Burns. Burns, his face-off circle, takes shot, knocked away by Gutman. Sisti stretches it to Legault near side. Legault across the face-off circle, moves left, right, kicked away by Cameron. Burns with possession at the half wall, sends it out into the neutral zone. Natterjacks come up with it. Sisti coming near side. Kicked away by Campagna. Sisti comes back up with it, backhand, and shoots and scores. John Sisti ties it up. John Sisti through the middle, gets it knocked away, comes back up with it, and from the bottom of the circle, puts it on the backhand. Beats Cameron. Stick side.
Beautiful shot release. Just gets the puck, throws it on net. It's a quick release. Asher Cameron probably didn't think that shot was coming. Most players will have to load up and do something. He just put it on his backhand, threw it, pulled with his bottom hand, and boom, top shelf. Asher Cameron a little distraught after that one.
Legault, quick shot from the top of the circle. That goes up over the top of the net. Wyatt Tranby comes up with possession. Plays it out to Palermo. Palermo looks to take a shot. That goes wide. Legault back with possession. Look to center one down low for Palermo. Puck's taken away by McCarthy. 8:29 left to play. Little miscommunication there. McCarthy plays it off the skate of Burns. Quick shot by Ryab Shopka. That goes wide. Campagna, near side half wall. Taken away by Sisti. Sisti keeps it in at the blue line. Sisti through the slot, left, right. Centers one up, nobody there. Down low for Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka met by Angelo Campagna. Puck comes out to Palermo. Palermo makes a move. Low slot. Look to get one inside. Backhand. Sisti's got it. Puck's loose. Cameron able to cover that one up for the whistle as the Natterjacks looking to pull ahead. 7:50 left to play.
Under 10 minutes here, you got to tell UC East, don't give up the middle, especially with, like, again, you have Sisti, you have Raya Shopka, you have Clevenger that's going right through the middle, Palermo going right through the middle. You cannot give them the middle of the ice. Protect the middle, force them to the outside, takes away a percentage of chance there.
Well, back and forth. Natterjacks with possession. Tried to get a shot on. Eagles unable to clear. Clevenger. He takes a shot that's kicked away by Cameron. Down into the near side corner. Yen and Campagna. Yen gets it down low for Ryab Shopka. Campagna comes up with it, tries to clear, kept in by Yen. Ryab Shopka on his backhand, looks a forehand, shot, knocked away by Cameron. Out to the blue line, Nice can't keep it in. He'll go ahead and send that one deep down into the far side corner. Owens plays it to Gomez. Campagna to Campagna. Campagna wraps that one back around far side. Latour met by Kaufman through the middle. Up to Nice. 3-on-2. Nice near side. Stops it at the half wall. Centers one up looking for Ryab Shopka. That goes all the way to the other wall. Clevenger drops it down low looking for Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka, far side corner to Clevenger inside. Big save by Asher Cameron coming through the middle. 6:22 left to play, all tied up.
Seems to me Natterjacks has the momentum here, so if I'm UC East, again, get over the red, throw it in, and let's start the forecheck. If we're tired, at least throw it in, force one to forecheck that puck, and keep momentum down in the Natterjack zone.
Face off won by the Natterjacks. Sisti takes a shot that's knocked down by Ferrant. Puck kept in at the blue line by Sisti. Taken away by Owens. 2-on-1. Owens, backhand, forehand. Takes a shot, just goes off the crossbar. Puck kept in by Campagna. He's got one to beat. through the middle. Shot tipped by Sisti there. Gutman able to get a glove on it for the whistle. 5:55 left to play.
Good 2-on-1 to make a breakaway from Owens. Owens looks for the 2-on-1 pass, but then eventually just goes right by the defender and gets a crossbar up shot.
Face-off won by the Eagles. McCarthy misplays it. Palermo takes it away. He's on a break. Left, right. Big save by Asher Cameron on the breakaway.
Let's see this. Goes right down, goes forehand, backhand. Asher Cameron just getting a pad on it and covering it up like a cat.
Beautiful save. Face-off won by the Natterjacks, taken away by the Eagles, coming through the middle. Puck to Ferrant. Ferrant fights through it through the middle, centers one up. Puck wrapped around far side, looking for Tranby. Tranby goes to Sisti.
Keep him to the outside.
Sisti through the middle, back fourth.
Nice save, Asher.
Another big save by Cameron.
Oh.
And just like that, shot on.
John Sisti takes the move, goes to the corner with that save, and then John Sisti just comes up the wall, fires the puck. It looks like a screen on Asher Cameron, just goes top left. Once the play is over, it's not over, right?
That's it.
If that goalie does not have it covered, the play is still going. John Sisti picks up that cup quick, goes up the wall, hard shot, no look, goes in.
Puck down low, Ryab Shopka. John Sisti, 2 goals and an assist so far this game. Cameron able to cover that one up for the whistle. Natterjacks lead 3-2, 4:54 left to play. John Sisti, incredible hockey player, man. Just very aware of the game as he plays it.
Still a free agent for the upcoming next year. I don't think he still knows where he's playing yet. I think he's going to make a decision here in the next 2 weeks, but he's got a couple offers on the table, so we'll see what he does, but definitely an exciting future for him.
Quick shot by Garrett Nice. That gets gloved down by Asher Cameron for the whistle. 4:41 left to play. Face-off won by the Eagles. Looking to get something started here as the clock rolls past 4:30. Quick shot by Campagna, saved by Gutman. Kaufman keeps possession. Shot knocked down by Latour. Back and forth, kept in by Kaufman. Palermo loses an edge back behind the net. Campagna through the middle, taken away by Yen. Nice comes up with it. Nice with some speed, coming down into the zone. He takes a shot that goes up over the top of the net. Up over the net, over the glass, and into the netting for the whistle. 3:57 left to play. Well, Asher Cameron, Ryan Gutman, teammates during the season last year, facing off against each other here.
Yeah, a lot of teammates, a lot of SPHA players playing against each other, so it is a fun, but again, these last 4 minutes, you can see Kaufman picking up the pace. You can see Onzi picking up the pace. McCarthy looks like he's going to make a big push.
Shot by Kaufman. Gutman able to suck that one in for the whistle. 3:46 left to play.
Won't be surprised if Kaufman stays on this ice for the next at least 3.5 minutes of the last 4.
Centering pass there, Gomez right in the right area, just got stick tied up, wasn't able to get a shot on. Clevenger and Owens go down into the corner. Clevenger takes that away, centers one up for Legault, just over his stick. Campagna looked to stretch one across, that gets knocked down, taken away by Sisti. Sisti plays it out into the neutral zone, taken away by Eford. Eford to Kaufman. Kaufman near side corner. Look to backhand one across the middle. That gets taken away. Puck through the middle, through the slot. Shot! Big! Jackson Owens shoots and scores! And it is all tied up at 3.
Beautiful goal here by Jackson Owens. Again, confident from the corner. They try to throw the puck up, but Owensy just pressures that puck, goes top left, well, middle left, but he saw that pass coming right up through the middle. He shot like a dart right towards the net, got that puck, made a move, saw an opening, and made that shot. Unbelievable play by Jackson Owens.
3:01 left to play in the matchup, and we're all tied up. Face-off won by the Eagles. Owens plays it to Eford. Taken away by Ferrant coming through the middle. Yen makes a run, gets it to Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka centers one, and a big comeback.
That was unbelievable.
Jamison Palermo through the middle.
Let's watch the replay on that. Looks like, again, a good hard forward check. Comes in, passes to Raya Shaba. Raya Shaba just throws it right to the middle to Palermo. Palermo buries it. Again, just a hard forecheck by the Natterjacks to get that puck, jump on it, and Raya Shaba with a great pass to the middle. Good player to watch today's game. So
2:46 left to play. The Natterjacks go back up by 1. Palermo with his second goal of the night puts him at 9 for the season. Through the middle, Ryab Shopka taken away by Owens. Owens to Eford. Eford looks up to Campagna. Latour going to reset for the Natterjacks. Looks to stretch one for Ryab Shopka. That's taken away by Jackson Owens. Owens through the middle. Knocked away by Palermo. Owens and Nice down into the corner. Owens keeps possession. Nice looks out to Brandon Yen. Burns keeps it out into the neutral zone. Yen plays that down low near side corner. 1:53 left to play. Burns stretches one across, taken away by Clevenger. Clevenger down low for Ryab Shopka. He's going to work that behind the net. Clevenger met by Eford. Puck goes to the half wall, far side. Campagna makes a move to Latour. Centers one up. Nobody there from the Eagles to support. Latour with possession back behind the net, looking for Ryab Shopka. Ryab Shopka near side. He's got help on them in the middle. Ryab Shopka, toe drag. Back behind the net, loses an edge. Taken away by McCarthy.
You see East looking to stretch these passes, but it's sometimes a very dangerous spot to be stretching passes, especially this late.
Garrett Nice with possession as the clock rolls past 1 minute. Quick shot, big save by Cameron. Back behind the net, Nice. He'll take it to the blue line, drops it for Legault, taken away by the Eagles. Chip down to the near side corner, 40 seconds, centering pass by Gomez, taken away by Nice. 3-on-1, coming back the other way, Nice through the middle, makes a move, kicked away by Cameron to Ryab Shopka. He shoots, Cameron makes another save. Near side corner, wraps it around, 22 seconds left to play. McCarthy stretches one across, taken away by Sisti. 15 seconds, Sisti going to take it back down into his own zone and slow it down for the end game. Sisti pulls it out, and it looks like that was how this one's going to end. Northeastern Natterjacks, great game, beat the UC East Eagles 4-3. Shots on goal in favor of the Natterjacks, 38-18.
Yeah, UC East definitely gave him a game, right? Back and forth, very back and forth. Natterjacks could just answer on each goal for the last 2 goals. And I think they just ran out of energy there at the last couple of minutes there.
All right, well, a good start to the Friday night. We've got another one coming as the Southern Knights take on the Eastern Bulldogs. We will be right back after an ice cut. Stick with us. It's Friday Night Lights from the Extreme Ice Center, home of the Queen City Royals Hockey Club. We'll be right back after this. Yep, we're good. If you weren't with us for the first one, it was a good one, and we are here for Game 2, Friday Night Lights, as the Southern Knights take on the Eastern Bulldogs. All right, we'll take a look at by the numbers. Pretty even with the exception of the record. 8-5-0 for Southern, 5-8-0 for the Bulldogs. Goals for goes to the Bulldogs. Goals against to Southern. Leading goal scorer for the Southern Bulldogs, number 3, Austin Caldwell. Leading for the Bulldogs is number 11, Carter Hireman. We'll take a look at the brackets again. Nothing really changes there as the Eagles drop to the Natterjacks in that last game. Looking the same. The playoff brackets looking the same. And we will get into our players to watch for the game. For the Southern Knights, we're going to look at Cameron Burke, 2 goals, 2 assists on the season, plays with 14U AAA team. Guy you want to keep your eyes on. Tyler, tell me something about him.
So Burke's one of the 2010s here. He's a very fast and ferocious guy. I'm surprised he only has 4 points on the season thus far, but he will be the one that goes right straight to the net looking to put that puck away. So again, if I'm on the Knights team, I'm shooting the puck. I know Burke's going to be there. I know he's going to try to be in front of the net and be a menace.
For the Eastern Bulldogs, let's talk number 11, Carter Hireman, leading goal scorer for the team, 14 goals, 7 assists. Tell me about him.
Hireman, an absolute stud. He was on my team when I coached 10UAA a couple of years ago, moving up the ranks, playing AAA this year and last year. Again, just an all-around great player. He's very smart to the game. Doesn't have a lot of size, but he is the playmaker on this team. Yes, he puts points up. He gets more goals and assists, but he starts the plays. He is the IQ guy on the Bulldogs team.
All right, well, let's get into our goalies, starting goalies for the evening. For the Southern Knights, Kirill Zazulovic. He is the leading goals against average, 8-5 on the season. What do we think of Kirill?
Kirill the Thrill, just an unstoppable force, right? One of the top goalies in the league. Expect a lot of shots, but I expect a lot of saves against him, for him. So,
starting in net for the Bulldogs, subbing Lucas Smith, 2-1 so far on the season, 5 goals against average. Plays with the Royals organization. What do you think about Lucas?
Lucas hasn't seen a lot of games this season. Been absent a lot, but again, very fast left to right. So you're going to want to shoot right on, dead on, maybe find a hole. But if you're going to get him moving left to right, it's not going to be an easy save or easy goal.
All right, well, warmies are just about finished here. We'll get into our keys to success for the Knights low-scoring event. This is a good hockey team. They lead the league in goals against, continue to utilize that strength as a team, keep the Bulldog shooters from scoring opportunities, and they've got a good chance to win tonight.
Absolutely. No, both teams have a good chance tonight.
Bulldogs aggressively in control. These guys have a real opportunity to kind of step out of the basement on a win streak right now. good placement in the playoff brackets. They have to come out looking for goals early and often, and there's a lot of players that can do that. Play the puck aggressively, win the 50-50s, but don't take unnecessary penalties. The Knights' power play is exceptional.
Yeah, especially for last game, right? It was a big penalty game, so hopefully we don't see that as much. But if we do, it's going to be a lot of opportunities. It's going to be a lot of probably goals against. So, yeah, hopefully we don't see a lot of penalties. Both teams have a lot of players on both sides, so expect 3 lines rolling, a lot of fast pace. And as always with the second game on Friday Night Lights, it's a lot more entertaining. Not everyone just got done school. They had a break. They had some good warm-ups. They've been here. They were watching the last game, so they are pumped and excited to play.
All right, well, we'll get to the starting lineups. The national anthem, and we'll be right back after this. All right, players going to get their helmets back on, and we'll get Game 2 Friday Night Lights underway here. Starting for the Southern Knights today, up at forward, Braden Harp, Cameron Burke, Sammy Palladino. Back on D, Ethan Mumpower and Alexander Purpura. Up forward for the Bulldogs, Reese Turner, Rylan Turner, Carter Hireman splitting them at center. Back on D, Brandon Richter and Braden Hardy.
Looks like we do have a little change up here. It looks like Rylan Turner, or Reese Turner, sorry. Landon Hopp is going to come in as the starter here.
All right, puck's down. Game 2 underway. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Hardy has it back behind the net, plays it to Richter, far side. Richter looks to center one, going to Hireman. That gets knocked away by Purpura. Hireman's got it near side to the face-off circle. He takes it down into the corner. He gets that knocked away down into the corner. Cameron Burke coming back the other way. Burke through the middle. Richter gets a stick on it. He's pressed down into the corner by Palladino. Little back and forth. Puck goes down into the corner. Turner and Burke. Palladino into support. Puck goes out to Rylan Turner and kept in by Purpura at the blue line. Little back and forth. Turner has it. Top of the face-off circle. Tries to toe drag it down low. That gets knocked away. Puck sent all the way down to the other end. That'll get the first icing. 13:53 left to play in the first.
It's going to be a little tough for both teams today as they're both red and black. So if they're looking at shoulders, if they're looking at anything, it's going to be a tough one today. Expect a lot of turnovers in this game.
Face-off just to the left of Zazulovic, won back by the Knights. Ellsbury has it. He's going to look for Merritt. Plays it all the way out to Norris. Norris on forehand, backhand, doesn't get a shot off as Savoy comes in and takes it away. Puck out to the blue line. Back into the neutral zone. Ellsbury's going to reset. Ellsbury drops it off for Chuck Norris. Norris through the middle. Centers one up, taken away by Gilligan. Ellsbury plays it out to the blue line. Back to Ellsbury at the half wall. Down low, taken away by Gilligan again. Gilligan plays it to Carmack. Carmack all by himself. Carmack near side. He shoots. Big save by Zazulovic. Zazulovic looked like he got away with a trip there. Ellsbury tried to drop it off for Norris again. Taken away by Gilligan. Gilligan gets it to Carmack. Carmack across the middle. He takes a shot that goes wide. Carmack at the far side half wall. Met by Todd Shore. He gets it out to Ellsbury. Gilligan keeps it in at the blue line. Norris by himself. Savoy comes to meet him. Inside, outside. Big save by Lucas Smith off the shot by Oscar Maynard. Puck dropped down into the corner for Norris. Norris walks it to the circle. Shot off the side of the net. Back behind the net. Purpura. Taken away by Gilligan. Gilligan gets it to Gibson, taking it out of the zone. Gilligan gets hit by Purpura there. That's going to get him the penalty for body check, it looks like. And that'll get us our first power play of the game. And it is time for a Rockhounds Power Play. Today's Power Play brought to you by Rockhounds Coffee Company. Whether it's even strength, specialty, or ice, make sure you're getting your mug filled with the one that gives you the man advantage. Rockhounds, where people come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Little back and forth there through the neutral zone. Richter comes up with it, gets it to Turner. Taken away by Maynard. Landon Hopp comes up with possession in the zone. And it looks like Sray just offside there as Hopp took it through the zone. That'll get the whistle. 11:39 left to play in the first period.
Both teams with some good chances right off the bat, right? You got two breakaways on both sides, big saves by goalies. Kirill gets away with a nice trip there, but Lucas Smith with a big also save on the other side. So,
little 6th and 7th there on power play and penalty kill. Only 19.2% for the Bulldogs on the power play, and the Knights right at 75% on the season so far. Puck down through the neutral zone. Richter plays it to Franz. Franz down to the face-off circle, just out of reach of himself as that's taken away by Brooks Gallimore. Down in the corner, Sray drops it down low looking for Franz. Franz on his backhand, centers one up, knocked away by Gallimore again. Gallimore in the corner, met by Hop. Knights come up with possession. 45 seconds left in the power play. Knights look to dump it as Womble gets it back from a pass to himself there. Sray has possession. She drops that for Richter. Richter near side. 30 seconds left in the power play. Centers one up. Hop. Quick shot by Landon Hop. Big save by Zazulovic. Turner back behind the net. Centers one up for Hireman. Just doesn't get enough on it. And that will be a kill for the Knights. Turner back behind the net. Met by Cameron Burke. Taken away by Mumpower. Hireman comes back up with possession. A lot of 2-on-1. Quick shot there down low from Carmack. Doesn't make it all the way, though. Carmack tries to tip it going in. Hireman. Hardy looks to take a shot from the blue line. Whiffs on it. Gilligan plays it back out into the neutral zone.
Yep.
That looks like that's going to get a trip there as Hardy was coming through the middle.
Players don't like that tripping call, but it was definitely a trip. Yep. 17 on the Knights there. Definitely
looks like Todd Shore going to get the 2-minute trip, and it's time for another Rockhound power play where people come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Bulldogs 0 for 1 on the power play. That gets knocked in by Hardy as he came out. Dangerous play by Smith. Comes up with a big save on the back end of that. Bulldogs struggling to create anything there. Ellsbury takes the puck away. Little back and forth pinball action there as the Knights come back up with possession. Puck played down low. Ellsbury, near side corner. Toe drag across the slot, knocked away by Turner. Ellsbury will keep possession though as the puck goes out into the neutral zone. Ellsbury stretches it across, looking for Norris, taken away by Hireman. Hireman to Gilligan. Gilligan centered one up. That was knocked away by Ellsbury. Ellsbury coming with speed. He's got one to beat. 2-on-1. He's got Norris inside. Puck back behind the net. Carmack comes up with it near side corner. 45 seconds in the power play. Carmack looks to stretch it to Turner. Gets tipped away by Ellsbury. Norris resets in their own zone. 30 seconds left in the power play. Norris coming with some speed. Far side. Face-off circle on his forehand. Drops it back behind the net for himself. He's met by Turner. Turner takes it away. Plays it off the wall. Norris with possession. Norris to the high slot. Look to stretch it across. Kept in at the blue line. Carmack comes up with it. 5 seconds left in the power play. Carmack across into the Knight zone. Through the slot. Backhand. Doesn't get the shot through. Another successful kill for the Knights. Womble comes up with it. Walking through the slot. Knocked away by Savoy. Kept in by Maynard. Shot down low. Doesn't make it in. Franz knocks that down. Gibson at the half wall. Franz comes up with possession. Unable to clear. Savoy runs it up at the blue line. He comes up with possession to Turner. Down low for Gibson, looking for Turner for the shot. That doesn't make its way through. 6:50 left to play in the first. Gallimore sends it across for Merritt. Merritt drops it all the way down. That'll get the hand up and the whistle for icing. 6:44 left to play in the first period.
Nathan Savoy, a multi-sport athlete, he's actually doing track and field, and he just won all conference in the pole vault description. So another multi-sport athlete. Watch out for number 9, Red.
Shot by Franz, gets down low, kicked away. Savoy, big shot. Zazulovic with the save. Follow through by Gibson. Zazulovic makes a second save to keep this scoreless.
Big save by Kirill there. Big shot by Savoy up top, goes through, just hits the pad, and a good rebound recovery from Kirill the Thrill.
Nate Savoy, good hockey player, played younger in the travel organization, made a move to House, being a multi-sport athlete, and really dominates the league down there. He's a real good hockey player, very smart.
Absolutely.
Through the middle, Franz comes up with possession. He's going to turn it around, reset in his own zone. Franz coming near side with some speed, beats Womble. Comes across the slot. Backside, he takes a shot, big save by Zazulovic. Back behind the net to Franz. He gets dumped by Todd Shore down there. Ethan Merritt comes up with possession. Savoy and Merritt down into the Bulldog zone. Savoy plays it up to Gibson. Gibson to Gibson through the slot. Puck taken away by the Knights, and they'll look to reset. Puck kicked away by Smith. Cameron Burke comes up with it, fighting for it at the blue line. Gilligan able to clear the zone, but concedes possession. Shore and Richter at the half wall. Burke turns it around, near side corner. Back to Burke. Burke, other corner, turns it around. Puck knocked away by Richter at the half wall. Richter and Shore. Puck kept in at the half wall. Quick shot off the side of the net there. Burke back behind the net, turns it around, loses an edge to Harp. Harp looks to center one. Big stick by Smith keeps that from getting to the slot there. Smith goes ahead, gets a glove on that, covers that for the whistle. 4:32 left to play.
Got to give it to the Eastern Bulldogs here. I mean, they are playing very well defensively. The Southern Knights do have a couple players that can definitely change this game, but the Eastern Bulldogs absolutely playing a great defensive game and making sure they don't get to the middle, making sure they don't shoot active sticks, so it's good to see.
Face-off won by the Knights. Big play by Hop there. He gets it through the center to Hireman. Hireman finds Turner, gets a shot on, and Zazulovic able to cover that one for the whistle. 4:18 left to play in the first.
Great hard forecheck by Landon Hop there to get possession of that puck and get an opportunity all the way down the ice. Didn't wait for that defender to make a play. He wanted that puck first, and he got it.
Face-off won by the Knights. Norris back behind the net meets Turner. He gets that knocked away. Purpura comes up with possession. Hop takes it down into the corner, met by Ellsbury. Ellsbury gets it taken away by Hireman. Hireman, he takes a shot in front. Zazulovic able to glove that one down for the whistle. 3:56 left to play in the first.
For you watching at home, we got a little upgrade with the instant replays this week. Unbelievable what Ted Franz is doing here. So that's a huge step up.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Hireman plays it to Gilligan, tries to get a shot that gets knocked away down low. Stretch. Norris looking to find Ellsbury picking cherries out there, taken away by Gilligan. Gilligan comes through the slot. He takes a shot that's knocked down by Ethan Merritt. Hop back behind the net with possession, met by Purpura. Gets it to Merritt. Merritt plays it off the wall, looking for Norris, just out of reach, and that goes too far for the icing. Puck will go all the way back to the Knights zone.
Southern Knights looking for that stretch pass on the far blue, but the Eastern Bulldogs, again, doing a great job defensively. They're reading that situation. They know that's what the Southern Knights are going to try to do, and easily being able to pick that off. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that a lot this game. Again, Eastern Bulldogs definitely were talking in the locker room before that, like, watch out for that. So
dangerous line there with the combination of Riley Ellsbury and Chuck Norris playing together. Puck kept in at the blue line by Nate Savoy. Knights come back up with possession. Puck comes out to Oscar Maynard. Maynard met by Savoy down low. Savoy gets another stick on it. Puck comes across to Mumpower. Mumpower going to take a shot. That just goes wide. Womble centers one up. Nobody there. Carmack and Mumpower meet. Carmack comes up with possession, tries to wrap it. Todd Shore going to keep that in at the blue line. Carmack takes that away, taken away by Norris. Norris comes walking through the middle, through the slot. Quick shot, big save by Smith. Looking to center one, taken away by Turner. Shore and Turner mix it up. Hardy knocks it up to Hireman in the neutral zone. Hireman turns it around, looking to reset, finds Carmack near side in the neutral zone. Puck poked away by Norris. Carmack with possession still, far side corner. He's met by Mumpower. Plays it down to Ryland Turner. 2:08 left to play in the period. Turner turns it around at the half wall. Puck knocked off his stick to Savoy. Savoy, quick shot, big save by Zazulovic. It's loose. Zazulovic able to cover up the second shot for the whistle. 1:58 left to play in the first.
Good job by Nate Savoy getting right to the middle there on that instant replay. Oh, a little late, but Nate Savoy gets to the middle, gets a hard shot. Another one from the top of the point, and we'll probably see a lot more of that.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Gibson gets that taken away as Palladino knocks it down into the Bulldog zone. Nice press by Harp, who's able to meet Savoy there. Puck comes to Burke near side corner. Burke going to skate it out to the high slot. Burke still with possession. Down low for Palladino. Palladino behind the net. Taken away by Gibson down in the corner. Gibson misses it off the skate. Hardy whiffs on it. Harp. Shot just goes wide. Misplay by Gallimore down there. Palladino sends it back behind the net. Hardy, dangerous pass there, sends it right into the slot. Puck comes down into the near side corner. Savoy, high off the glass, unable to clear it. Two misses there. Turner finally comes up with it. Puck kept in by Harp. Quick move inside, quick shot. And Smith able to cover that one for the whistle. 48 seconds left to play.
Southern coming with a good shift on that one to get the momentum here, and Eastern Bulldogs having a tough time. Again, playing active sticks, but they're swinging. They just missed a couple of the opportunities to clear that zone, but I think they'll be all right.
Face-off won by Ellsbury. He's going to push that all the way back down into the Knight zone. Dangerous pass right in front. Reese Turner shoots and scores the first one. 38 seconds left to play.
Just right from the face-off, he wins that, or they win the face-off, but lose the puck. Brooks Gallimore is looking for a far side pass, but Turner just intercepts it and makes them pay for that cross-ice pass right in front of the net.
Reese Turner, 6th goal of the season. Southern looking to answer back quick as Norris comes in, plays it off the post. Out into the neutral zone to Merritt. Merritt to the half wall. He tries to take a shot. Lucas Smith dives out for that one, makes the snag, gets the whistle. 18 seconds left to play.
It's a nice save by Lucas Smith. It was a little out of reach, but He wanted it in his glove. He didn't want that wraparound on the board.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Franz plays it all the way down, just a little too fast. That'll get the whistle come all the way back with 13 seconds left to play. Face-off won by the Knights. Out to the blue line. 10 seconds left to play. Norris. High slot. He takes a shot. Big save by Smith there.
The thing about Lucas Smith is once he makes a couple saves, which right now he has, 6 saves now? Once he starts feeling comfortable, it's hard to get past him. So Southern definitely needs one, but
Face-off coming to the left of Smith. Won by Ellsbury. Plays it across. Just not enough time there. Smith would have had his 7th there if not for the buzzer. All right, well, after one, Eastern Bulldogs lead the Southern Knights 1-0. You're watching Friday Night Lights at the Extreme Ice Center. We'll be right back after this short break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 1 period down, 2 to go. Eastern Bulldogs lead the Southern Knights 1-0 off the Reese Turner goal. Once again, some notable names missing from this game. Mark Tagg, Sven Dahlstrom specifically on the Eastern Bulldogs, Austin Caldwell. Big goal scorer for the Southern Knights there. Puck down in the Bulldog zone. Braden Hart loses possession as Hireman comes up with it. Hireman coming down near side. Centers one up. Hop just didn't follow through on that as Harp takes that away. Hop keeps the puck in and loses it. Puck down, far side. Cameron Burke, he takes a shot. That's again the sound of the post down there. Puck goes up over the glass into the netting. That gets the whistle. 14:22 left to play in the second. Lucas Smith heard the sound of that bar ring a couple of times so far tonight.
He's got to be kissing that post here today.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Gilligan plays it to Hop. Hop looked to backhand one, looking for Hireman. Finds Turner, though. Turner at top of the circle. He takes a shot. That gets knocked down by Mumpower. Kept in at the blue line by Gilligan. Gilligan to Hireman. Takes a shot. Goes up over the top of the net. Hop, far side corner. On his backhand. Out to Gilligan. Gilligan going to shoot one down low. Tipped in front. Backhand by Hireman. Big save by Zazulovic. Turner through the middle. Puck just lost out into the neutral zone. Hop comes up with possession. Hop centers one up looking for Hireman. Zazulovic knocks that away again. Turner, far side corner. Out to Purpura, met by Hop. Gilligan keeps it in again at the blue line. Centering pass, looking for Hireman again. Zazulovic not going to play with this one. Cover it up for the whistle. 13:15 left to play. Couple of incredible opportunities there.
this save by Zuzulovic here. Like, Hireman has that open, but Zuzulovic gets all the way over to make an incredible save on Hireman. I think Hireman was in a shock a little bit because I think the whole place thought that was going in the back of the net.
Beautiful first shot, too, tipped in front by Ryland Turner. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Carmack tries to take a shot. That doesn't make it. Dangerous little pass there by Ellsbury. Goes off the shorts of Shore. Puck goes down into the near side. Merritt down front. Knocked away by Savoy. Ellsbury plays it down low. Met by Savoy. Ellsbury keeps possession. Centers one. Knocked away. Gibson, unable to clear the zone, kept in by Merritt, played down low for Ellsbury. Ellsbury centers one up, looking for Norris. Out to Merritt, to Ellsbury. Ellsbury to the slot. He takes a shot that goes wide. Ellsbury back with possession, plays it down to Norris. Norris near side, backhand, goes over the top of the net. Kept in by Gallimore. Gallimore plays it down to Norris. Back behind the net again. Norris with possession. Norris looking for Ellsbury, just out of reach. Puck's going to go all the way down into the night zone. Zuzulovic will come help play that out. Looks to Ellsbury. Kept in by Gibson. Turner. Carmack plays it off and goes crossbar. Puck taken away by Norris. Norris one touches it out to Ellsbury. Ellsbury met by Richter down low. Centers one up for Merritt. Merritt just goes wide. Merritt still with possession. Tries to backhand one in. Smith gets the early whistle on the cover there. 11:30 left to play. A lot of opportunities both ways there.
Crossbars. Unreal passes to the front of the net. Good saves. This is a very high, interesting game. Very high tempo, too. I think both teams doing a great job. I think all the big players are using their speed, but again, defensively, both teams just shutting them down.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Franz looking for Hireman there. It's going to be a race coming backside. Hireman shoots. Big save by Zuzulovic. Follow-up by Gibson. Doesn't make it in. Back behind the net to Hireman. Hireman down low, just doesn't get enough on it. Ellsbury wants to make a pass. He's going to turn that back behind the net, going the opposite direction. Ellsbury gets sticked away by Hireman. Ellsbury across looking for Purpura. Ellsbury again resets down in his own zone. He's coming with some speed, far side. Between the legs, turns it around in the corner. Looked to take a shot, didn't bring the puck with him. Bulldogs able to clear the zone. Gibson to Gilligan. Gilligan and Mumpower. Ellsbury comes back up with possession. Sticks flying down low. Puck out into the neutral zone. Hireman comes up with it. He'll look to reset. He's being chased by Cooper Womble. Hireman plays it across to Franz. Franz one touch looking for Gibson. Gibson wasn't ready. Puck taken away by Purpura. Purpura turns it away. Dangerous with Gilligan chasing. Womble into the Bulldog zone. Drops it for Ellsbury. Ellsbury to the slot. Takes a shot that goes wide. Purpura comes up with it at the half wall, far side. Drops it down low, taken away by Franz. Franz unable to clear it out. Franz comes up with possession again. Franz through the middle. He's got Shore to beat. Backhand, forehand, just doesn't get it in. Inside, Landon Hop shoots and scores on the follow-up. 2-0 Bulldogs.
That whole play starts with Franz coming right down with using his speed. I don't know where he got that speed from, but unbelievable speed all the way to the net. Tries to get on net, but doesn't happen, and Landon Hop picks up the one right in the front, just buries that puck. Again, Franz with just this unreal speed I haven't seen before, but comes out and shows it tonight. Unreal.
9:29 left to play in the second period. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Savoy takes it back behind the net. He's going to look to play it all the way around for Turner. Turner back behind the net. Takes it out to the blue line. Toe drag through the middle, taken away by Burke. Burke had Palladino on a break. Puck into the corner. Palladino stick lifts Savoy, catches it, and comes up with possession. Savoy to Hop, looking for Gibson. Gibson to Turner. Turner through the middle. Backhand, big save by Zazulovic. Puck played out to Palladino. Palladino, bottom of the circle, takes a shot that goes around the backside of the net, all the way out to the neutral zone. Turner plays it to Hop. Taken away by Shore. Back to Hop down low. Hop out to Gibson. Gibson looked to center one. Palladino gets a stick on that. Puck kept in by Turner. Turner to the slot. Taken away by Palladino.
Uh-oh.
Burke comes up with possession for the Knights down in the near side corner. Center and one looking for Norris. Norris makes a move through the center and he beats Lucas Smith stick side. And the Knights score 2-1. 8 minutes left to play.
It just looks like Cameron Burke here trying to make a play. Sees Chucky Norris come off the bench. Chuck Norris making a great play, forehand, backhand around Nate Savoy. And then just puts it past Lucas Smith. Chucky Norris right from off the bench. Cameron Burke with just nice patience there. Sees him coming. Makes a nice play.
Face-off one forward by the Knights. Ellsbury comes with some speed. He's going to wrap it around, take it into the high slot. Tries to turn it back around. That's taken away by Franz again. Franz coming down, near side, far side, makes a move. Takes a shot, just goes wide. Back behind the net. Puck down into the near side corner. Carmack plays it down low. Puck kicked out by Merritt. Plays it to Ellsbury. Ellsbury stretches. He's got Norris right in the center. Nobody there. Chuck Norris shoots and scores. And it is all tied up with 7:17.
Nice pass by
left
Riley
to play.
Ellsbury does a nice saucer pass. Chucky Norris just picks it up with his hand. And then looks like he just beats him glove side. But nice outlet pass by Ellsbury to make that happen.
Face-off won by the Knights. Ellsbury wins that one, plays it to Norris. Norris resets in their zone. And the puck's taken away by the Bulldogs. A little back and forth through the middle. Hireman comes up with possession. He takes a hit from Merritt. No call there. Up, and then finally we'll get one. Looks like Ethan Merritt going to get the body check with 6:45 left to play in the second. And it is now time for a Rockhound power play. Rockhounds where people can come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Bulldogs so far 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Face-off won by the Knights. They'll go ahead, send that one all the way down, clear it out. Franz will send that one out to Hireman. Hireman one touches it, looking for himself, taken away by Norris. Norris will go ahead, burn some clock here. Going to stretch one. Goes off the body of Hireman up over the glass for the whistle. 6:19 left to play in the second.
That Rockhounds logo looks pretty good on that screen.
Face off in the neutral zone on the Knights side. Stretch pass across for Norris, far side. Norris walks it down through the middle. Quick shot. Just gets knocked wide. Carmack coming with speed. He's got help inside. Carmack takes a shot that just goes wide. Puck kept in at the blue line. Hireman takes a shot, again goes wide. Gilligan comes up. He's going to look for center and one for Carmack. Just out of reach. Hireman down at the half wall. Plays it down low looking for Carmack. Taken away by Purpura. Purpura looking for Womble. In the corner, met by Hireman. Turner plays it off Zazulovic. Quick shot again by Carmack there. Gets knocked by Zazulovic down to the near side. Everybody meets at the half wall. Norris able to clear it. Taken away by Turner. Out into the neutral zone. Carmack looking to stall it. And Carmack knocks it down low. Looked like it went off a stick hanging over the wall there on the Bulldogs bench. That'll get the whistle. 5:15 left to play in the second. 30 seconds remaining in the Bulldogs power play.
A lot of opportunity there by the Bulldogs power play. I think they noticed that Chucky Norris and Riley Ellsbury up top, so let's put it down low and force them to, they're going to keep stretching that zone, right? So keep it down low, get the opportunities behind the net.
Face-off won by the Knights. Maynard will go ahead and clear that one all the way down. Savoy goes to Gilligan, D to D. Gilligan will skate it out himself. 5 minutes left to play in the second. Gilligan all the way through, takes a shot, that just goes wide. Gilligan tries to follow it up himself. Taken away by Brooks Gallimore. Down low, Turner. Gilligan plays it out into the corner, met by Maynard. Out to the blue line. Saray takes a shot. That gets tipped, and Zazulovic able to cover that one up for the whistle. And the Knights successful on another kill. 4:39 left to play in the second. Face-off won by the Knights. Gallimore met by Turner down in the corner. Womble comes up with it. And the Knights will come back the other way. Big stick by Gilligan there coming through the neutral zone. Gilligan comes up with possession. Oh, Gilligan to Turner coming through the middle. Gets the whistle for the offside. 4:19 left to play in the second.
Definitely, I think, a debatable offsides. I think the bench thinks it too.
Face-off won by the Knights. Gallimore goes back behind the net looking for Shore. Shore tries to clear it, taken away by Gibson. Kept in by Gilligan. Gilligan shot in front, kicked away by Zazulovic. Turner taken away by Shore, back behind the net. Rims it out. Again, kept in by Gilligan. Gilligan, circle, plays it to Turner. Gibson comes up with it, looks to play it out to the point, kept in by Savoy. Savoy drops it down low. Back behind the net. Gallimore in the corner comes up with possession for the Knights. He's going to turn it around, look to reset. Looking to stretch one out for Maynard, taken away by Savoy. Savoy blindly drops that off, and it's taken away by Womble. Little back and forth. Savoy plays it into the neutral zone. Palladino comes up with possession, far side. Loses possession at the half wall as Gilligan takes that away. Saray looking to get it out of the zone. She's unsuccessful in clearing it. Little back and forth through the middle. Palladino drops it down low, looking for Maynard. Maynard and Gilligan wrapped up at the blue line. Knights come out with possession. Gilligan through the middle. He's going to get a shot that goes wide. Gilligan maintains possession, looking to center one. Puck's taken away by Palladino. Palladino plays it off the wall, deep into the Bulldog zone. Hop back behind the net. He turns it around, gives himself a little time. 2:30 left to play. Looking for Gibson, making the run for the bench there on the long change.
Another Gibson came out, so you're going to hit one of the Gibsons.
Puck taken away by Burke. Little back and forth as Harp drops it back for Burke. Puck out into the neutral zone. Hop with possession. Little back and forth. I'm not sure if he knew that was in the zone or not, as the Knights make a move to go back the other way. Harp, toe drag, loses possession. Taken away by Savoy. Out into the neutral zone to Purpura. 1:52 left to play. Through the middle, Norris makes a move. Far side, shoots, big save. Oh no, found it. Chuck Norris gets his hat trick. Shoots and scores. It is 3-2. 1:42 left to play.
Yeah, just snuck underneath his blocker. Looks like it just got between his pad and his blocker, snuck in, but Lucas Smith definitely needs to just like replenish here. He's not happy with himself after that goal. He's got to refocus.
Face off one. Bulldogs looking to answer back. Carmack takes a shot that goes wide. Zazulovic reaches around the other side, gets a cover for the whistle. 1:32 left to play in the second. Face off one by the Bulldogs. Dropped down low by Richter. Plays it around to Carmack. Carmack walks it inside, gets it sticked away there. Up to Norris. Norris coming with speed. He's got help, one to beat. Looks to Harp on the far side. Harp takes that down into the corner. 1:10 left to play. Through the middle. Quick shot, big save by Smith there. On the shot from Cameron Burke. Carmack plays it out looking for Hop, taken away by Purpura. Purpura plays it up to Harp. Purpura coming with some speed, meets Richter down in the near side corner. He takes that away. Carmack comes back up with it, finds Gibson. Gibson coming with some speed. Through the middle, backhand, forehand, doesn't get a shot off. Gibson looks to blindly center one, taken away by Chuck Norris. 35 seconds left to play. Norris met by Richter, met by Carmack. Norris maintains possession, plays it down into the corner to himself. Norris backhand, forehand, plays it out to Burke. Burke takes a shot, saved by Smith. Braden Harp follows it up, shoots and scores. What do we got here?
Maybe a little unsportsmanlike. Not sure on who. It looks like the Southern Knights is going to get unsportsmanlike. After that goal, must have said something to someone. Not exactly. Not exactly sure who it's on.
See what the official call is here in.
Oh, looks like it might be on the Eastern Bulldogs.
All right, looks like.
I think Lucas Smith might have said something after, so because they're sending one from the ice.
All right, well, with 15 seconds left to play. Shot and just misses. It goes off the post there. 6 seconds. Zazulovic going to slow things down. That'll end the period there. And just to regroup here quick, the Knights on a power play take a shot, goes post, hits Smith in the back, bounces back out, and they clear it. So 2 periods down. Southern Knights lead 4-2. When we come back, it'll be 1:42 left on the Knights power play. You're watching Friday Night Lights from the Extreme Ice Center. We'll be right back after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the third period. Southern Knights lead the Eastern Bulldogs 4-2. 1:42 left on the Knights power play. It looks like the penalty was an unsportsmanlike on Lucas Smith. Carter Hireman coming across the center. He'll dump that down low. Out to the blue line to Franz. Franz going to take a shot on. Zazulovic will go ahead, glove that one for the whistle. 14:38 left to play.
Yeah, it looks like after that last goal that Lucas Smith let in, he punched the net off afterwards, so they called him 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Quick shot by Gilligan. That's kicked away by Zazulovic. Merritt coming down near side. Doesn't get the center off. Gilligan comes up with possession. Unable to clear the zone, though. Through the middle. Burke keeps the puck in at the blue line. Down low. Franz. Franz meets with Ellsbury. Franz and Ellsbury down into the corner. Ellsbury gets it on the back of his stick to Burke. Burke drops it for Norris at the top of the face-off circle. Norris plays it out to the middle. Looking down low for Ellsbury. Shoots and scores. Glove side. 5-2. Knights lead.
Good look. I think everyone thought Chucky Norris was going to shoot that puck when he got that puck. And then Ellsbury comes across wide open on the far side. Puck gets across. Just nice shot by Ellsbury.
And it looks like it's going to be another penalty on Lucas Smith right after the power play goal. And that will keep the Knights on the power play. 13:55 left to play in the matchup. 5-2, Knights lead over the Bulldogs. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Turner to brother Turner. Reese Turner brings it into the zone. He's met by Purpura. Turner back behind the net, met by Palladino. Palladino takes that away, centers it up. Knocked down by Richter. Puck out into the neutral zone. Richter with possession for the Bulldogs. Richter takes a shot, knocked down by Zazulovic. He'll go ahead and cover that one for the whistle. (13:17) left to play in the third. 1:22 left in the Southern Knights power play. And in case you missed it, it is a Rockhounds power play where people can come together, share ideas, and create meaningful connections. Shot kicked away by Smith. Drop down low for Palladino. Palladino centers one up.
Looks like
Short.
a penalty again.
Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Reese Turner as he knocks Shore over down low. Palladino, far side corner. Looking for Shore inside. Shore plays it around the far side. Puck kept in at the blue line by Womble. He'll reset it out into the neutral zone. Up to Palladino. Richter will touch the puck, and that will get the whistle. And for 35 seconds, looks like the Knights are going to go 5-on-3. 12:30 left to play. Looks like it's going to be a cross check by Reese Turner. Smith having a talk with the ref there, trying to figure out what the call was. (35 seconds), 5-on-3 power play for the Southern Knights. Faceoff will come in the Bulldog zone just to the right of Smith. Face-off won by the Knights. Richter unable to clear it out. Norris keeps that in at the blue line. Norris down low for Ellsbury. Ellsbury at the face-off circle. He's going to drop it down low. Shoots off the face mask of Smith. And that looks like Ellsbury's going to get the penalty there for a trip on Smith. Had a stick hooked into his leg. Puck played out. Harp will touch it. And for 11 seconds. And yep, it's going to be Riley Ellsbury tripped there.
Yeah, it looks like a little, he hit him in the face mask, but then got his, maybe a little push or something. Yeah.
Stick got caught in behind his padding, it looked like, and he just ripped it out, dropped Smith to the ground. So we'll go 4-on-3 for 11 seconds. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Hireman turns it around at the face-off circle. Into the slot, tries to get a shot in. Big save by Zazulovic off the shot by Turner. Puck coming opposite direction. Hart all by himself. Shoots and misses to the far side. And looks like we got another penalty coming in. And it looks like the Bulldogs are getting called for a too many men.
I'm not sure why.
Looks like the Bulldogs too many men, so we will go back to a 4-on-3 now. Power play for the Knights. Bulldogs win the faceoff. Turner. Backhand, forehand. Turner gets a shot. Big save by Zazulovic as he lays down to cover that up for the whistle. 11:33. Kind of chaotic here in the third period.
It's definitely getting chaotic here. So, I don't know. Some questionable calls. I think both teams are kind of upset about the calls, so you're going to see a little bit more chippiness.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Savoy tries to drop it for Hireman. Hireman going to reset things, turn it around. Back to Savoy. Savoy wraps it all the way around for Hireman. Hireman one touch, gets it out all the way into the Knights zone.
A lot of open ice here, 4-on-3.
40 seconds left in that first penalty for the Bulldogs. Turner does a nice job, takes the puck away from Womble. Turner inside to Hireman. Hireman shoots.
They're going to get another penalty.
And it looks like we're going to get a hooking call here.
That is the right call. It's definitely the right call.
Hireman shoots up over the net there.
Turner tried to get to the middle there and got a hooking call.
And it looks like Alexander Purpura going to get the 2-minute hook here. And we'll go 3-on-3 for 31 seconds.
It's like a little NHL OT action. I love it. And he got 4 minutes out of that. Maybe a little unsportsmanlike after.
All right, looks like a 4-minute penalty for Purpura. Face-off won by the Knights. Maynard unable to get that out of the zone too far. Savoy with possession. Savoy's got it down in the corner. Plays it to Hireman down low. Hireman gets a shot, and that's kicked away by Zazulovic. 10 seconds left in the first penalty. Quick shot by Savoy just goes wide. Turner, near side corner. Loses possession. And we are now 4-on-3. Bulldogs power play to Turner. Turner's got help inside. Turner on his backhand, forehand, kicked away by Zazulovic. Savoy keeps it in. Turner to the slot, drops it for Savoy. Savoy, quick shot, doesn't make it there. Shore knocks that down. Out to the half wall.
4-on-4.
Now even strength, 4-on-4. Down to Hireman. Hireman to Savoy, off the post. Race by Ellsbury and Franz. Franz wins that.
Of course he does.
He's going to drop it down low, back behind the net. 4 seconds left in the second penalty for the Bulldogs. Now 5-on-4 power play for the Bulldogs. Ellsbury with possession. Through the middle. with some speed. Ellsbury doesn't get a shot off. Met by Gibson. Centers one, knocks stick out of Gibson's hand. Fran's going to come up, clears the zone, and finds Turner. Turner's got Shore to beat. Turner across the middle, kicked away by Shore. Turner ties up Shore's stick through the middle. Backhand, forehand. Ryland Turner shoots and scores. Power play goal. And there's 13 seconds left on the first one, so the the Bulldogs will retain the power play for 2 minutes.
And they're going to get another penalty.
And a slash.
We got Ryland Turner here. Ryland Turner underneath, puts it away. And then, Shore looks like he
hit him after the goal.
Hits him in the legs. A little upset.
All right, so now
we're going to go 5-on-3 for the Eastern Bulldogs.
So there should be 2 minutes left in the Purpura penalty. And it looks like Todd Shore is going to get a double minor also. 5-on-3 for 2 full minutes.
If you want to make the stat sheet tonight, just get in the box.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Backhand, Gibson takes a shot, saved by Zazulovic. So the official on Purpura was a hooking minor with an unsportsmanlike follow-up, and I'm sure that was a slash minor with an unsportsmanlike follow-up as well. Face-off won by the Knights. Norris plays it through the middle to Ellsbury. Ellsbury looking for Norris down low, knocked away by Franz. Puck clears into the neutral zone. Ellsbury with possession. Ellsbury to Norris. Norris turns it around in his own zone. Norris with some speed, comes through the middle. Franz with the stick on it. Saray doesn't get enough on it, through the middle to Norris. Puck cleared into the neutral zone. Played to Ellsbury. Ellsbury toe drags, taken away by Franz. Franz to Gibson to Hop. Hop's on a breakaway. Landon Hop shoots and saved by Zazulovic. Hop keeps possession. Near side corner to Gibson. Gibson loses possession, turns it around. Plays it out to the blue line. D to Franz. Franz down low for Gibson. Just skips over his stick. Gibson back out to Hardy. Hardy back to Franz. 35 seconds in the first penalty to Hop. Hop shoots, saved by Zazulovic. Gibson out to Hardy. Hardy across to Franz again. Franz walking it up, top of the circle. Plays it back to Hardy. 20 seconds left in that first power play. Hardy drops it down low, looking for Gibson. Mixing it up here down low between Turner and Norris.
Yep,
looks like both of them will go. So we will maintain the status quo, 5-on-3 for 15 seconds.
Yeah, both getting the cross-checking penalties. Looks like they had a little cross-check party in front of the net, and now we're going to have a penalty box. 3 guys in the penalty box for Southern. Woo! It is a penalty-filled night here.
Still 5-on-3 for 15 seconds. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Turner takes it across to the face-off circle. He shoots, that goes wide. Crazy little bounce. Works out in the Knights' favor.
5-on-4.
And 5-on-4 as Purpura comes out. Hop down in the near side corner. Purpura back behind it. Hireman comes up with possessions. Far side corner. He turns it around, plays it behind the net. Centering pass. Quick shot.
Nice
and shoots
play.
and scores. Ryland Turner. Power play goal.
Just the grit down low. I can't wait to see the replay on this. Carter Hireman gets under pressure, throws it looks like between his legs to Turner and throws it top shelf. Cutter Hyman between the legs. Unbelievable play. I told you, he was an IQ player. He knows where everyone is.
And we are back even strength now. 2 guys in the box serving coincidental cross-checkings. It's 5-4, 6:50 left to play in the matchup. Merritt
Offsides.
turns it back, gets the offside whistle. 6:43 left to play.
Refs must be getting paid per whistle tonight.
Neutral zone face-off won by the Bulldogs. Hireman plays it to Turner. Turner with some speed down in the far side corner. Looks to center one. Goes off a stick. Zazulovic has to make a save off a pass. Down at the half wall. Burke comes up with it. Knocked away by Turner. Hireman. Played back to Hireman down at the face-off circle. Shot in. Kicked away by Zazulovic. Comes out loose in front. And the Knights come up with possession. Sticked away by Hireman. Hireman back into the zone to Turner. Turner to the slot. Shoots. It's loose. And back behind the net. Puck back behind the net to Turner again. Turns it around. Center's looking for Carmack. Puck kept in by Gilligan. Gilligan to the circle. Shoots. Zazulovic kicks that to the side. Turner across the slot. Shoot.
Nice goal.
And beats him. Stick side. It's 5-5.
Bulldogs right back in this. Oh, looks like we got either a timeout or an unsportsmanlike. Let's see what we got. I'm hoping it's a timeout on this one.
Looks like it's a timeout call as the clock's running a minute down here.
You never know with this game.
Unbelievable Friday night game here. It's 5-5. Lots of penalties, lots of goal scoring.
What's the total penalty count on this game right now? It's got to be 12.
14 penalties in total so far this evening. All right, so you're the coach on the bench, Tyler. What's the talk?
I mean, Southern Knights right now, you just got to get in their zone, right? I mean, a couple penalties, you kind of have to like regroup here. You've had a lot of penalties. Let's go back to 5-on-5, play smart. If I'm the Eastern Bulldogs, I'm saying, hey, let's keep that momentum going. Again, get the puck in deep. Let's grind, but you got to play a little defensively now because you know the 2 top players, Ellsbury and Chucky Norris, are going to come strong, right? So keep an eye on them. Someone's got to probably shadow them just to make sure they don't get loose. But we'll see. It looks like our scorekeeper, Teddy, had to take a break after all those penalties. So we might not have a scorekeeper for a little bit. But even the refs are like, what's going on here? Here comes Teddy sprinting down. Hope we were paying him overtime with all this.
Where do they find these people? 5:40 left to play. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Ellsbury with possession. The 2 coincidental minors still in the box. Carmack sticks that away, looking for Sray. Shore knocks that up to Merritt. Merritt takes a shot, knocked away by Smith. Savoy not going to have any of that messing with it down in the zone. He'll send that one down for the icing. It'll come back. 5:15 left to play. Again, all tied up here, 5-5. And it looks like that was the whistle that was needed to get those penalties out of the box. So Norris back on the ice. Face-off won by the Bulldogs, unable to clear it. Shore keeps that in to Merritt. Merritt's going to take a quick shot. Smith knocks that down. Through the middle, Carmack gets a stick on it. Nice job by Mumpower keeping a body on him, though, stopping a breakaway. Ellsbury to Norris. Norris between the legs. Savoy gets a skate on it. Savoy off the glass, played back down low. Hardy plays it off the wall, kept in at the blue line. Gibson's going to knock that back down into the Knights zone. 4:35 left to play. Carmack through the middle, comes up with possession. Move left, right, just misses the net. Wide open backside. Norris up to Ellsbury. Ellsbury beats Hardy, met by Savoy. Savoy looking for a hook call.
Surprised he didn't get it.
Gibson plays it up to Gibson. Looking for Carmack, misses on the pass down low. Ellsbury plays it down into the corners. Got Merritt down low, looks to wrap one. Merritt misses on the shot from behind. Norris beats Hardy down low, off the side of the net. Hardy unable to clear it. Ellsbury keeps it in at the half wall. Quick shot on, beats Smith, glove side, 6-5 Knights.
Again, a lot of back and forth, good battle, but Ellsbury takes this puck. Again, no one shadowing him, so you can't give him any time, any space, walks right through the middle untouched, and that's what's going to happen, right? You got to have someone on him, especially with under 4 minutes left. Those two are dangerous when they're on the ice.
3:46 left to play. Both of them go to the bench, though. Bulldogs look to reset and answer back. Puck down deep into the far side corner. Kept in at the blue line by Franz. Franz looked to play it down low for Hop. Just misses. Taken away by Purpura. Purpura looking for Maynard. Puck race all the way down. Gonna get the icing. Who is that kid?
No doubt that Franz was going to win that race.
3:22 left to play. Puck will go all the way back down into the Knight zone. Face off one, quick shot. Zazulovic kicks that away. Hop can't get the retrieval on it. To Hireman, far side corner. Hireman through the slot. Drops it off for Richter. Richter takes a shot inside, kicked away. To Hireman down low. Behind the pass for Gibson, and that gets taken away. Puck played off the wall. Franz knocks that down, coming through the middle. Little back and forth. Smith gets a blocker pad on it. Franz and Harp down into the corner. Burke back behind the net. Shot off the side of the net. Richter unable to clear it. Kept in by Maynard. Maynard met by Hop. Puck goes out into the neutral zone. Hireman and Purpura. 2:25 left to play. Puck out into the neutral zone. Harp kicks it back in. Through the middle. To Harp. Harp shoots and knocked away by Smith. Gilligan back behind the net with possession. Gilligan to Hireman. Hireman goes outside to Gibson as the clock rolls past 2 minutes. Gibson looking to center one up, just misses Hop on that. Puck kept in by Hop. Savoy. Savoy takes a shot, that goes wide. Hireman regroups at the half wall. Puck taken away by Burke, coming down by himself, back forth, big save by Lucas Smith. Burke across the center, shot, Smith makes a glove save. 1:28 left to play.
Two big saves by Lucas Smith here, right on the breakaway. Tries to go forehand, backhand, try to stuff it in. Again, Smith with a huge save, and that's what you want, especially in this late of a minute and a half left in the period.
Face off one by the Bulldogs. Palladino knocks that down, keeps it in to Norris. Norris makes a move to the corner at the blue line. Kicked away by Smith. 1:15 left to play. Savoy looking to stretch it for Turner, just out of reach. That'll go all the way down for the icing. 1:10 left to play. Puck will come back down into the Bulldog zone, keeping Smith in the net.
Bulldogs need to get over the red line and throw it onto the net to get Smith out, add that sixth player, but you also have Ellsbury and Chucky Norris on the ice, so you're definitely going to want to call a timeout as soon as you can and put your big dogs out and see what we can do.
Face-off won by the Knights. Norris sticked away by Turner. Turner comes up with possession. Turner rips a shot, doesn't make it to the net. Ellsbury with possession on his backhand. Met by Carmack. Carmack help inside, shoots.
Yeah!
And makes it, shoots and scores! Nathan Carmack! 6-6, 45 seconds left to play.
Riley Ellsbury has the puck on his stick, and Carmack comes in. Good forecheck by Carmack. Carmack actually whiffs on this first shot, but gets a second shot, goes top left.
Unbelievable, 44 seconds left to play. We're all tied up. Welcome to Friday Night Lights.
He drew up that fake shot, I'm telling you. He meant to do that.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Norris takes puck away, sticked down by Turner.
Chucky Norris and Riley Ellsbury back out here. Shadow.
Puck down into the corner. Savoy, puck sticked up into the netting. That'll get the whistle. 27 seconds left to play.
This is a big face-off for the Bulldogs. They got to pull it back and make sure the Southern Knights don't win this.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Ellsbury's going to get the trip on that one. Race goes down. There's the whistle. 20 seconds left to go. Eastern Bulldogs on the power play.
A big face-off there, like I said. The Bulldogs actually wanted to push it forward. They didn't try to win it back. They tried to push it forward. He went, and then Ellsbury just got the stick right in between the center's legs. Gets the call. It is the right call.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Gilligan drops it down low, looking for Turner. Puck goes to the half wall. 14 seconds. Hireman to Turner. Turner centers one up, nothing there. Oh, little miscommunication. Gilligan and Hireman. Here comes the race. Norris, 1 second left, not enough time. There's the buzzer, and we end regulation tied, 6-6.
Unbelievable comeback by the Bulldogs to stay in this game. They came in clutch with some huge goals to get back into this. Now it's going to go to a shootout.
All right, here we go, shootout. Points for both teams regardless here.
See who shoots first. Looks like Southern Knights is going to shoot first. Cameron Burke. He already had a breakaway in this game. Tried to go backhand. Sorry, he's a lefty. Tried to go forehand backhand on the glove side of Lucas Smith.
Cameron Burke with an assist on the night so far.
Lucas Smith coming out far.
Oh, goes 5-hole. That's one for the Knights. Bulldogs going to go with Landon Hopp.
He's a
Landon Hopp with a goal tonight.
He is great at shootouts. Let's see what he does.
Big stick by Zazulovic there. 1-0 Southern.
It looked like he had him beat on that blocker side, but Zazulovic gets a nice stick on it. Braden Harp for the Knights. Lucas Smith comes out.
Harp with a goal tonight. Big save by Smith. Still 1-0.
Looks like they're trying to tell them all to go 5-hole, looks like.
Carter Hireman. Five-hole. 1-1. Third shooter is up.
Here comes Chucky Norris. If I'm a goalie, I'm nervous about this shot. He has a hard shot, and if he finds a gap or a hole, he's shooting there.
3 goals, 2 assists for Norris so far tonight. Oh, and again, it's the crossbar on the backhand.
Lucas Smith.
Rylan Turner.
Lucas Smith loves that post, man. Tonight, That's 3 posts. Rylan Turner could finish this game.
Rylan Turner, 3 goals and 1 assist for him tonight. And he gets it! Rylan Turner, Eastern Bulldogs win in the shootout! Incredible game tonight.
That's an upset. That's a good game.
It is an upset.
It is a huge game. Bulldogs deserved it. They worked hard to get that.
All right, another Friday night. Another great game. And for us, that's it for Friday nights here. The next thing we have coming up broadcasts are the playoffs, the semifinal rounds, Tuesday, June 3rd, 6:40 and 8:10. And then we will be back the following night for the finals, the championship, at 6 on the 4th. And then the following, that next day, Thursday the 5th, is the All-Star Game and Senior Night. So this is officially our last Friday night of the seasons. Tyler, it's been a lot of fun, man. This has been a great time. Really glad we put this together.
Absolutely. No, it's been a great time, but you know what? Playoffs, baby. Like, we got a full week scheduled on that June 3rd, June 4th, June 5th. Can't wait. And the intensity is just going to be ramped up that much more.
All right, 2 great games tonight, another shootout on a Friday night, and that's going to do it for us here from the Extreme Ice Center, Indian Trail, North Carolina, the beating heart of Charlotte Scholastic Hockey League. Just like that, the season's coming to an end. We'll see you for the semifinal matchups, and I promise you don't want to miss it. So on behalf of our entire crew, I'm Ted Franz with Tyler Lachaume, our production manager, Bert Lawson, thanking you all for joining us. Remember, every setback is the prequel to a comeback. Keep working hard, be safe, and we'll see you next time on the Friday Night Ice.